We all know that Carly is going to mourn Michael on General Hospital, though shouldn't she be used to it by now? After all, Michael had already spent years in a coma, and she'd previously lost her other son Morgan. But we also all know that she will make time to think about how she can hold on to Michael's children, Wiley and Amelia Grace, for herself. Could this be her diabolical plan? Carly Laura Wright enjoys claiming other women's children for herself. She got Donna to call her Mama Carly, after all. So, she will obviously feel entitled to Wiley and Amelia too. What a shame they have a mother. If only there was a way to control Willow Caitlin McMullen, and through her the kids. Oh wait, how about Drew Cameron Matheson? He most recently slept with Willow, but before that, he slept with Carly, which means he owes her his lifelong devotion. Drew recently slept with Nina Cynthia Watros. If Willow were to find out, that would make her mad at Nina, right? Like totally mad. Like so mad that she will turn her back on Nina again, and come running back into Carly's warm, loving maternal embrace. And bring the kids with her. If only someone were to open Willow's eyes about Nina. You know how Carly did before when she ensured Willow absolutely loathed her biological mother. If she did it once, then she could do it again. Back then, Carly was just doing it for Willow's one good. Now, she'd be doing it for the children. Won't somebody think of the children? Obviously, Michael Chad Duell would have wanted it this way. And Drew owes Carly. Her way is really the only way if you think about it. General Hospita indicate that the drama was at an all-time high during the week of January 6th, but is set to go even higher this week of January 13th. Not only was Michael Corinthos Chad Duell fighting for his life after catching on fire during Sonny Corinthos' Maurice Bernard penthouse explosion, but tensions also rose between Willow Corinthos Caitlin McMullen and his family due to her betrayal. After all, as Michael was struggling with the pain of third-degree burns, she was off doing the deed with her newfound lover, Drew Quartermain Cameron Matheson in Washington, D.C., leaving Wiley Corinthos Viren Weaver unattended in the room next door. This is why when Diane Miller Carolyn Hennessy came to Carly Spencer Laura Wright with the suggestion of filing a petition to take Wiley and Amelia Corinthos Sequoia and Serenity Mork Mako from their mother, she was more than happy to give her okay. Unfortunately, when Willow found out about what had happened, she had an absolute meltdown. Nina Reeves Cynthia Watros suggested an emergency hearing, but that would take at least a week, and Willow felt as if she couldn't live without her kids for another moment. This is when Drew came up with the idea to dangle Willow's medical proxy over Michael and use it as a bargaining tool to force Carly to backtrack with the custody move she made. At the close of Friday, January 10th GH episode, just as Carly and Sonny were talking to the doctors about Michael's long-term recovery care, Willow told everyone to stop and reminded them of who was really in charge of this moving forward. Still with Drew in her ear, could this end up delaying or causing damage to Michael's recovery? Both Willow and Drew clearly don't have Michael's interests at heart. In playing hardball in this fashion, Willow could end up jeopardizing things for Michael. Would she go as far as delaying treatment until the kids are returned to her? What if Carly refuses to budge? While Carly will hate the idea of Willow controlling Michael's treatment options, she believes in her heart that Willow wouldn't cross a line by allowing Michael to suffer. So, what if she calls Willow's bluff? In turn, what if Drew convinces Willow to stand her ground and not move forward with anything until Wiley and Amelia are back in her custody? General Hospital spoilers suggest that Willow has been massively manipulated by Drew all these months, so anything is possible. With that being said, Michael's life and well-being hang in the balance, so if anything happens to him because of this, then there will be heck to pay in the form of Carly, Sonny, and Jason Morgan Steve Burton. General Hospital and rumors tease Michael Corinthos Chad Duell medical proxy, naming Willow Corinthos Caitlin McMullen as his medical proxy, could have been altered. Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros Willow, and Drew Quartermain Cameron Matheson are in a desperate battle to keep Willow's children from being taken from her forever. Martin Gray Michael Ebe Knight had first pushed for immediate sole custody, if temporarily, for Willow to keep her children with her, trying to make a preemptive strike. Willow had refused at the time, but Martin did mention to Nina Michael's medical proxy, named Willow, to make medical decisions if he were incapacitated. However, it is a valid point that Martin wouldn't have drawn up those papers. Diane Miller Carolyn Hennessy has always been the Corinthos attorney, and Michael is Sonny Corinthos Maurice Bernard adoptive son. That raises a question as to how Martin knew about the proxy, and how he would have access to it. It's possible he knew through Yelku work from the past. Martin has always been Valentine Cassidy's James Patrick Stewart lawyer, and he was co-CEO of Yelku in the past, and Michael had worked for Yelku as well. A good question might be, who may have had access to this proxy recently, and who may have had motive to alter it? Notwithstanding Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner and Michael swindled Aurora Media out from under Drew, it's a good possibility Drew has a copy, and Drew is the one who pushed using it. There is also a good possibility that Drew has a spare key to certain areas in Aurora Media. It's not like he's been banned from the offices, just from working in them. He may have even had a copy of the proxy in a computerized version as well as certain other legal documents. Michael is usually up on things enough to have updated his medical proxy when he knew that his marriage was over, although he had no idea he'd need it. On the other hand, one would also think he'd have used Diane Miller Carolyn Hennessy to draw that up as well. Michael's intention of sole custody and using Willow's taking Wiley Corinthos Viren Weaver out of state and accusing her of unfitness as a mother may have been as a wake-up call. When Willow was notified at GH the children had been taken, Drew was going to pull some strings. Could the strings he have pulled already been done, altering the date, or perhaps the whole proxy from an older copy he had through Aurora?